We've had a couple of good days of preparation, and certainly the Alcorn game was good as well. I thought we got some things done there. We're going to go play a good Missouri team that's playing well right now, and we're excited about that opportunity, and just having watched their series at Kentucky, they're a really solid club that can do a lot of things well. So hopefully go up there and play well, because this is a time of year where you need to start playing well.
What have you seen from your team this week, kind of responding from last weekend?
Yeah, I think just a little more electricity on our feet, a little bit, a lot more hustle type things that you might not necessarily notice unless you're really paying close attention. I think, again, just an overall awareness of every pitch instead of trying to hope things are going to go your way because you had a great year last year. You don't hope. You go out there and you make it happen. You make one-pitch adjustments at the plate and on the mound, and you communicate, and you bust it on and off the field. You get to first base the right way. So I think all of that stuff is a little bit better. I think we went through a little bit of a lull, and of course, as I mentioned several times, it's my responsibility, and I think we together have captured the essence of some of the things that we need to do better. None of those things necessarily guarantee victory. But you go to sleep at night knowing that you did everything you possibly could to win a baseball game. So that's important.
Butch said the other night that he doesn't expect Preston back this weekend.
Yeah, I don't think Preston will be able to pitch again. Hopefully he can rehab to the extent to where maybe we can get him back later on in the season. But yeah, that's a tough blow to our pitching staff because there's a guy who's pitching well. We've lost several guys, all different things and all uncontrollable. It's just one of those things that has happened. So we got to make the best of it. Every team has injuries, so that's not an excuse. But when it's to your pitching staff and you feel like that's the strength of your club, I think that's going to affect us a little bit different than other people. So, but yeah, we need some guys to step up. And anytime a door closes on one player, another door should open for another, and hopefully that's what'll happen.
Why do you like Trevor on Friday and maybe Ross on Saturday?
It's a series of things. Number one, it really depends on how much rest they've had. Ross has really operated well on Saturdays for a variety of reasons. I think hitters are a little different on Friday night than they are on Saturday. I think that Ross is definitely a creature of habit. I'm not saying he can't pitch well on a Friday, but I am going to say that moving him up was probably something that I really fought and did not want to do. He really, I think, on Saturday makes the Sunday guy behind him better in a lot of ways. So I feel like he's had a lot of success on Saturdays, and so hopefully we'll get him right back on track with that.
If you can get through the first two games without using Woody or Braceville, do they look at them as almost co-starters again like last week?
Yeah, and I think both those guys were really disappointed in the way they pitched last Sunday, and part of that probably has to do with the fact that they both, threw a decent amount of pitches on Tuesday, not a ton, but a decent. So we avoided that this week, got them more rest, and hopefully, on 6 days rest, they'll be able to perform like we think they can. And, going into the year, if you would have told me, you're going to have 4 guys out, and Bracewell and Woodruff aren't going to be a factor for you in the weekends, I would have said, we're going to have a tough year. We need those 2 guys, and they know it. Our fans know it. Our club knows it. Nobody's trying harder than those guys. They got to effectively pitch the location, and they got to attack. And if they do that, we're going to be just fine. If they don't do that, then we're not going to be able to play it the second half the way we want to.
Is it just those? Oh, go ahead.
Have you been back to the campus, John, of Missouri since you left?
Yeah, one time. I've been back one time, and actually a group of us were looking at facilities. Actually, when Greg Byrne was still here, I think there were 6 or 7 of us that went to look at facilities around the country, football, basketball, and baseball. And Missouri is one of the places we went to toured their basketball facility on the way back from somewhere else and saw all their facilities and the way, they all kind of come together. It was much different than what I remembered. But, Missouri's, one of the great athletic departments in the country. And I think it's great to have them in the SEC. And it's I mentioned this a couple times. My kids were born there. I have a degree from the University of Missouri. So, that part of it's neat until we throw a pitch. And then it's, we're playing another SEC weekend that's very, very important to us.
I've heard Tim say that, when they